welcome to Fishing Squad. Well, I'm back from North Wales. This is the second video of the trip. Unfortunately, the second video would have been out quicker and it'd have been more complete. Well, my phone rebooted, well, it refused to reboot and I had to erase everything off it. I'd done a good video as well, to say we didn't catch much. So this is the start of the second video. I hope you enjoy it. There's going to be a few voiceovers of the footage we got from the Saturday, and then we've got a trip to Perch Rock added onto this for the footage from the Sunday. Not many fish caught. I hope you enjoy the video. Right, so first session we had on a beach where I caught some turbot last weekend. It was tough going. We had southerly winds, but what had happened before, there'd been some southwesterly winds that had really whipped it up. Over high tide on a fairly big tide, it was tough going. We got there, the beach was empty. Cast the rods out, and look what happened. Bodyboarders right in front of the lines. Just generally, if I'm being honest, taking the piss. There's no need for it. They had all the beach. We were using 0.3% of the beach. They had 99.7% of the beach to go at, with plenty of surf on. But for some reason, I think it's a good idea to just ruin your fishing. They do it every time on every beach. Just think they're above everything. It's just not on, really. That's my rant about that. We did fire a few 6-ounce leads pretty close to them. Jay got within a foot of one of them, but they're totally oblivious to it. Rant over. As you can see, it was tough going at times. The sea were right up. I had to even resort to making a makeshift rod rest and digging my rod into the muddy bank.
I was just casting my bait out. That's not my fault.
Yeah, Jay was just casting his bait out, not his fault. They were in the way. But we have got mutual respect for other beach users, dog walkers and everything. But when people don't just have the, you give respect to get respect, in my opinion, and it's just not on. Yeah, so that's that. We're frustrated, so we moved to Mark 2, which was land bedrock. Tough conditions again, an ebbing tide. I think this mark will be better in darkness on a flood. Right, we finished at Land Bedrock, a bit frustrated, and I just thought, we'll try Porth Coleman, because the thing about Porth Coleman is it always produces dogfish. When the conditions are rough like they have been this weekend, you just backtrack and backtrack and backtrack, and there's only one species that obliges, unfortunately, most of the time. We should end up on shallower venues because the sea's rough. I just thought, let's go see if we can catch something. And as you can see, we had a couple of dogfish. Finally, a fish wrapped up in my rig. Didn't even know I had it. Well, I knew I had something on, but it's just been dead weight all the way in. It's in the tail. Another doggy on the rough ground rig. Hook's lovely on the circle. The back hook. Put it out as bait. Seaglow Kentaro 6.0. Nice one. Rough ground rig. Did the business. I'm happy with that. I'm going to have one more bait up, I think. Nice fish. Lovely markings on it. Nice one. Fish here, don't be put off by that kelp that's beached on the beach when you get here at low tide, because the sea picks it up and brings it in. Look, it tends to start making you try and put it into. It's a dead us down here as well. It's absolutely it's absolutely been stripped. We're in spawn. It's full of spawn, poor thing. You see it? It doesn't look that old, that does it? Literally, I think if we had more time here today, we'd night fish here, I reckon. You, Jay? Yeah. There's no rush to go back, like it. There's not really a rush to get back, is there? But have another couple of bait ups. I think we will do, because it's comfortable now. We've got some depth of water. That weed's not going to be a problem. That weed is just all bunched together. It's brilliant, really. Right, I just want to mention a cafe on the way down to Porth Coleman where we had a nice breakfast, and the owners are really, really nice as well. I think it's the Porth Coleman Coastal Cafe it's called. This is the main track down to Porth Coleman. You just pass the campsite on the left, then there's a little road to the right that you follow the track up there. And at the top of the track is where just struggling a bit with Google Earth here. I lost footage of this, but I think it's important to mention it. So you follow the track up off the main road, as you can see. Right turn as you head down to Porth Coleman, follow it up, and at the top of the lane you come to a campsite. You just keep going straight, and it should. That's it. The building's there at the top of the track, basically. So then after this session at Porth Coleman, we went back to the cottage, decided on what to do. We nearly stayed down there and fished the first smart fishing video one, but we decided that we wanted to get some species, and we thought Perch Rock would be the place. So we hit the road, got there for 3 hours before low tide at about 3 minutes to 3 on the Sunday afternoon, and then we fished it down slow tide, 3 minutes to 6, and an hour back up. Let's see how we got on. Right, we've arrived at Perch Rock. 2 rods out each, one on a flapper rig with a decent sized hook on the bottom, snood, and a dongle rig on the other with a circle, as you can see. It's quite a thick circle. I'm a bit worried about using these thick circles, so we'll see how we get on. Got a smaller bait on the top hook, worm, mackerels, rat. Got a nice chunk of mackerel and squid on the bottom, pennel on the bottom, single on the top. See how we get on. Oh, it's a slow start. Both rods are in. Got a bit of a sandstone behind us. As you can see, that's a lighthouse, and there millions of grains of sand just being blown about by the strong wind behind us. Quite a sight. So after a really slow session, last reeling, literally reeling in the last bait, Jay had this on. Nice thrown back ray on the dongle rig. We're never coming off. Them hooks did a really good job. Lovely fish. One for a species hunt. Who absolutely made up. We had a tough weekend. At least if connected with a fish. Sound wasn't very good, unfortunately, due to the wind. But nice one. Lovely fish. A couple of locals just were surprised about what you can catch in the Mersey. But it was a slow session, honestly. Baits were getting stripped. We had no bites whatsoever. 4 hours, one fish between us. But at least it was a decent fish. Here she goes. Just one last look at her. Go put her back. And then there she goes. Strong fish. Right, we've got back to the car. We've had a really terrible time. Not many fish. I'm glad Jay ended on that raid, to be honest, because we were struggling there.
This weekend's cost me a fortune.
It's cost us a fortune this weekend. I lost the video from yesterday. I've managed to put some footage in, which hopefully will be at the start of this video. Some of it. Managed to fish 3 marks, and it was the 3rd mark, which I thought would produce dogfish. I managed 2 dogfish and a spider crab. I don't know if I've got footage of everything that happened, but it was coming on like a cracking video. Then my phone decided it had not reboot Android.
Oh, you lost all that, didn't you, with doggies?
So I lost it all. I managed to save some of it off my Facebook that I put out there and off some group chats.
I'll be able to send you some bits as well.
This weekend started on a real bad thing because we left a bag at home that had my wallet in it, my bank card,
All my fags.
all Jay's fags, all Jay's clothes, all Jay's medication, all my food. So we've come through and we've just managed to
Make the best of it.
make the best of it, basically.
Just pull my shoulder.
But if you go fishing to purely catch fish, which we tried to, obviously, trying to backtrack now, aren't we? You'll be disappointed, won't you, I think?
You can't go every time thinking you're going to catch.
No. I seriously think that'll be as bad as we get it this year.
Yeah.
Pressure's on Lincoln for next weekend. We'll have to Morecambe soon, possibly next weekend. Well, we are. So, we'll see how that goes.
What a smoothie.
Yeah, there haven't been many reports of any smoothies coming out, but should get some rays, hopefully. I didn't show you on camera, but the ray was absolutely nailed lovely on the absolutely worked wonderfully well. Don't be scared of using them either, guys, because rays sometimes, I've noticed when I've used pennels, I haven't caught many rays, but literally when I've used pennels or I've had them on flappers, they always seem to take the hook in far too deep for my liking. And the dongle, out of all the fish I've caught using the dongle, the ray's the one that absolutely smashes to bits in terms of everything. He had to reel it in against the tide. It got massively down tide, hadn't it, as well?
Yeah, it was gone.
I mean, it was never going to get off. Just plugged me in, sorry. Easy. Steady. Watch where you put your hands.
No wonder people
Bits it
forget.
right, bits it right.
No wonder people forget.
Yeah. I have a jokies for the weekend. Because we're always together. We like to go shopping together. And like this weekend I've had Tuesday's bank card. But I goes,
I'm about to get a can of Coke.
I'm about to get a can of Coke. Everyone must think we're gay or something. We're not homophobic by any means, but
We're not getting over.
like someone. No, we're not gay either. But we're like, I'm even like trying to say stuff in shop to make it seem like we're not a couple, you know what I mean?
We've got some dodgy looks.
Let's get some dodgy looks. But it's been a very expensive weekend. Got to buy everything twice, food.
Fags
Your fags,
15
yeah.
quid ago.
It's genuine fags.
Yeah.
I will not mention that bit.
So the snide ones.
Yeah, it's just buying snide ones. Oh, yeah. That's it. Sorry.
Fags are fag to me.
I'm eating this sandwich. Yeah, we had a cracking weekend again, but I think, according to Paul, I'm the only person that's ever blanked at Perch Rock. Oh well.
Kept my strike rate up now, haven't I?
Oh well. Not to worry, Paul. I did try everything. We had really tough conditions behind us with the wind, like sandstorm. And I tried everything on my flapper rig. I did. I tried a 3-hook flapper rig with 2 size 4s at the top and maybe a bigger one at bottom, slightly bigger hook on the bottom in case a ray come along. Tried everything. Is what it is, isn't it? I'd have thought I'd have caught some dabs at least. So I'm a bit disappointed about that. But we'll keep going and see what next week brings into it. Other than that, thanks for watching. I'm sorry that I'm hoping to do 3 videos in total, but I've had to just do 1 because the fishing's been poor. The weather's been poor generally. North Wales, it was a complete just storm. We did well to do any fishing really. But we're happy and onwards and upwards, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you very much. See you later.
This is a picture of the only man I ever know to blank at Perch Rock.